Welcome to round two, season two of the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. I'd like to introduce my co-host again for this week, Lexi Plumley.
Well, yeah, mate.
Yeah, she's still coming off a good race from last week at Silverstone. And if you can tell this week, if you can read on the screen, it did say Daytona. So we have a 20-lap burner coming up here between our mixed classes of racers, between the GT4 class, which is the Porsche Cayman, and the BMW GT4 M4, and also the crowd favorite, the Mazda MX-5. So as you can tell from the blimp view here, we have some new players, and we'll get to the leaderboard as soon as they cross the finish line a little bit later in the race after the first lap. And Aaron Nash, a fellow competitor with the Martin Sports Car Club and road racer, is in pole position today in the BMW, followed by Trevor Renson in the Porsche on the very first row. Right after that, in second place, is Skylar and the BMW, and Leland Giddens also racing the BMW for this week since he missed last week. Right after that is Zane Plumley in the Porsche, followed by Bob Blucher, also in the Porsche, and then following up the last of the GT4 class, we have Junie Thompson and Bradley Alvis. Moving on to the Miatas. The pole position is Justin Paul, and second place was Chris Wells. Third place, oh boy, I don't have the names up there right now. I'm sorry if I break the name. I'll get it in a minute. Followed by Robert Mason in fourth. Banana Man Michael. Oh no, there's already a wreck. Already a wreck on the warm-up lap. Who was that? Looks like Robert Mason got taken out right by somebody, and he's blinking just a little bit. Looks like Artie maybe had a little collision back there on the warm-up lap. So hopefully Mason can get back into the race as they start the warm-up. So long warm-up lap here, and if you're looking at Daytona from the blimp view, you see that they have the super stretch with the grandstands. So this particular scan is what iRacing calls a legacy scan. So whenever they do a new scan of a track that has changed considerably, then they go ahead and put this one into legacy and offer it up to everyone that is joining as a free track content so they can race on that, and then they will go ahead and use the new scan of Daytona, which is after that. So this one's about circa 2008, I believe. So the Porsche 911 is leading them around the last of the day, and you just saw them go through the bus stop chicane along the back stretch. You'll see a lot of action happening there today, and the field's tightening up just a little bit there. So any last minute things you want to talk about, Lexi, before we get started?
Yes.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, last race I chose a car. Also, this race I will be choosing another car and giving them a picture of the trophy.
And what are you picking the car for?
The competition.
Yep. For what? What competition are you giving the trophy for? For the best paint job?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the pace car is off, and it looks like we're going green. And Aaron Nash, just go ahead and he's just ticking off from the field at this point. Skylar Drag moved into the second place as they come into the first corner. Oh no, it looks like Bradley Alvis already hit the wall. He took out Bob Lucher and Junie Thompson right off the bat in the first corner. Absolutely crazy and mayhem chaos into the first corner right there. So we're looking at, so we got Aaron Nash followed by Skylar Gregg, and then right after that is Trevor Renson. And Trevor Renson going to the inside. What a move! He just put on Skylar. That was amazing. I don't know if he got Supermax tires from Days of Thunder, but whatever, that worked out perfectly. So moving back in the field a little bit, see a little bit of Zane Plumley back there, just hanging on for dear life at this point. So these guys are already right off the bat just taking it tooth and nail to everybody. They do not want to mess around. They want to win this race. Absolutely. Trevor is all over the back of Aaron Nash, and this is nice to see that we have a mixed class. You know, BMW, Porsche, BMW, Porsche, BMW, Porsche, BMW, all the way through. So there's no clear favorite car here to choose at this point going around. So as they come out of the infield for the first time and onto the back stretch of the high banks, they are looking like they can use some of the draft at this point after they get to the higher speeds of 100 miles an hour, and they'll just start sucking those guys in through their draft. So man, this is already great and exciting action for these guys. So as they're coming on to the backstretch of the bus stop for the first time, heavy braking, cold tires. Let's see if there's any chaos. Oh, there's Skylar Gray going to the inside of Trevor. He wants to get that position back, but it looks like Trevor has actually kept his line and had a little bit cleaner through there whatsoever, so we can get a different view. Here we go from the back of Aaron Nash, BMW. Oh no, sorry, this is Leland. My bad, Leland. They both run the same car. Leland, I'm sorry, man. You are in the lead. You were a guy who was up there, so congratulations on the pole. Congratulations on getting out into the front there. I think Aaron May started from the back. So let's go ahead and change views here for a little bit. Whoa, look at, oh no! Trevor came in there really, really hot. Not sure exactly what happened on that one. That is crazy. So moving on to the back of the field after those guys took each other out, let's find out what is actually happening. It looks like Zane Blumley, Mr. Slowpoke, actually, you know, it says number 3 there, the 2 guys took each other out, is actually leading this race. People, you better take a picture, write it down, mark your calendar, whatever it is you got to do. This is never happening again. This is actually something crazy. What do you think your dad leading the race? It's great. What's great about it?
Well, that you're in the lead, and it's probably going to happen lots of times.
I'm really glad that we decided not to brake on that first turn. Thanks.
It depends how people are doing and how good their race is.
So your dad's going to be good?
Yes, excellent.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Because normally what happens when I get behind the wheel is I usually make a mistake here and there and then fall back in the pack. But hey, it is what it is. I enjoy racing. It's fun joining people with friends who also like racing. So we're having a great time. Okay, so let's move this out a little bit and see what's going on with the action. So coming into the backstretch of the bus stop for the very first time, looks like now Aaron Nash, since they both have the paint scheme, has moved into second place. And I think he is running into a small issue of not putting enough fuel in the car and has to do a little bit of drafting to try to save some fuel in order to get the 20 laps in. So I think he's kind of content to stay there, and Skylar is wanting to catch that draft and move up with these guys and actually take the lead at that point. So let's see if we can find our leaderboard. There we go with the leaderboard. So amazingly, Zane Plumlee is at the top. Never going to see that again in your life because I'm sure it's not going to last the whole race. But Aaron Nash is in second. Skylar Bragg is in third, and the BMW really get it. So it's a Porsche followed by BMW. So Trevor, oh, there goes Skylar trying to put a move on Aaron into the first horseshoe. And Leland is starting to catch up at this point because Captain Slow is leading the race, and everyone just is content to follow him at this point. So Trevor's way back there in 5th place, and I'm sure he's going to get back up and start getting to the mix and making this a little bit crazy. So Aaron looks a little bit to the inside of Zane, decides not to, holding off Skylar at this point. He wants to keep his draft buddy to save some gas. And I know that we are not, there's so much going on in the front of the pack. I'm not ignoring the Miatas at this point, so we will get to them in just a minute. So coming out of the infield onto Daytona turn 2 and onto the high banks into the backstretch and butt stop. Let's see what happens. Looks like Skylar's got the inside move onto Aaron, and now we have Leland also picking up the draft of 2 different cars, and there goes Skylar to the outside and Aaron to the inside. So he's going to defend the line. See what's going to happen here. This may be chaos going into the bus stop. We'll see. Skylar's got a really nice line through there, and I'm sure something's crazy going to happen anytime soon. Zane tries to close it up, and everyone's clean through there. That's actually a miracle at that point. So everything's going good. Let's see if we can move back and find some guys. So where is Mr. Chris Wells? There he is. Look at this tight battle going on. All right, so we have Andrew Welch out in front, followed by Chris Wells and Justin Hall, all pretty much nose to tail. And Michael Cabrera, Mr. Banana Man, out there in the back, holding on to 4th place. He hasn't mowed any grass today, so I mean, he's doing a really good job. And, oh, there goes Justin on the inside of Chris Wells, coming across towards the backstretch. He's going to put on the clampers real quick. and see if he can hold that position. He may go from third to first. What a move! What do you think about that move?
It was awesome.
What?
Also, I just want to say that Aaron is a new racer
That's right.
in races. We would like to welcome him to Zane Plumley Sports.
In the Martin Sports Car Club. All right, so these guys are absolutely going crazy. Look at that! Oh, 3 wide coming across the stripe. I couldn't get any closer. Oh my goodness! Chris Wells is like, I want first. Everyone, get out of my way. I'm parting the seas like Moses. Here I come. Get out of the way. So he is absolutely just hanging on. Oh, and then Justin, man, the 3 of them. This is just absolutely crazy. I don't know who to talk about this point. The GT4s or the Mazda Miatas. This is crazy. Oh, and look at that. And then here goes Banana Man closing up on 4th place. He's going to try to make a mix out of this thing. This is just a bunch of Fruit Loops in the toilet bowl going crazy. All right, so let's get to talk about, Lexi, what do you want to talk about?
Well, for these 4 cars, this is amazing. I love to see this.
All right, how about we check into the other guys?
Yep.
All right, here is Leland, who's showing in 4th place. Oh no, what happened? Not quite sure. We'll figure that one out. So we still got some nose to tail, and Zane Plum is gone. I think he finally pulled his blooper, and he's fallen back at this point. Yeah. So Skylar is in 1st. We have Aaron in 2nd, and Leland in 3rd. Trevor a little farther back, maybe about 8-9 seconds back. After that, I know it says 3, but it's much more than that. What it looks like on the screen. So these 2 guys are still going crazy. Looks like the BMW brothers are actually trying to take it to the BMW Icon driver, Skylar Bragg, and see how long he can hold on. But these guys are anxious to really get in the front. I know Aaron's just playing the game of just trying to save some fuel so he can turn it on at the end of the race. We'll see how that works out for him at this point. So these guys are going well. Who knows what happened to Zane? He probably did something crazy. He wasn't paying attention. Eating yogurt on the back stretch. Who knows? All right, so let's check back in with Mr. Wells. So Chris is still out front, coming out of the bus stop. And again, these guys are nose to tails. If you notice, the lights on the cars just came on, and the lights on the track also came on, and we got a beautiful Daytona sunset coming in here for the month of July. So welcome that for everybody if you haven't seen that before. And spectators are absolutely crazy. No one has their mask on for COVID-19, but I think they're all zombies because they're not moving. They're just kind of waving back and forth. Absolutely crazy. But they're all fans. They're all here, and they're all here to cheer us on, and we're happy to hear that. All right, so here we go again, up to the stripe. Oh, just by milliseconds at that point between these 3 guys, between Andrew and Chris and Justin Hall. Michael's fallen off just a little bit back there. Not sure what happened. Maybe he slipped on a banana peel, but we will keep an eye on him to see where he's at. But these 3 are just going to the nail. And there is Andrew going from 3rd to 1st. These guys are swapping places like they're swapping spit at a high school dance nowadays. All right, so what do you want to talk about, Lexi?
Well, sir, we're doing the competition. I'm going to talk about who I have on my list to see if I am looking at the person.
Yeah, it looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi in a racing helmet. I don't know who that is, or maybe it's Eric Lightsey. I know he's not here this week. We're missing him, and also missing Justin Cady this week. So pretty sad to see those guys not be able to make it. We do miss them. Hopefully we'll be back next week. But I think that's what the car. Let's get a closer look at that car and see if we can figure out if that really is Obi-Wan Kenobi. What's Star Wars?
Alright.
All right, I don't know what you think out there, Land. It might be Eric. I don't know. It's crazy, whatever it is, but we sure do love the different liveries that are on these cars. All right, coming into the bus stop. All these Miatas are sliding all over the place. So it looks like we got Bradley in the back. Oh no! Yep. Oh man, Obi-Wan Kenobi did not use the Force with that car, so he kindly stays out of the way. Bob Bleacher goes by in his.
That'd be cheating.
No,
if he used his force.
oh, well, that would cheer if you use the force. Absolutely. All right.
He could use the car to throw him off course.
All right, so here are these two. So after they dropped off from Andrew, here's Justin and Chris coming to the line. Looks like Justin is pretty content to sit in second place at this point. See what Chris is going to do. This is the first time I think Chris has been leading at this point. So hopefully, you know, he is not peeing in the seat right now from happiness. But I'm sure he is absolutely nervous at this point. Here comes his old nemesis in a different class. So Bob Butcher is coming up the backside, and he's probably giving these. So here's our two Martin Sports Car Club presidents, and gives him some room. Appreciate that. Oh, almost a little kiss of the tires there. But nonetheless, Bob is going on and picks up the GT4s in his class. And these guys are still going out tooth and nail. Drops a wheel a little bit there. It didn't affect him quite so much. And I tell you what, Justin is all over him. He's got about 12 puppy dogs on that car. So he's got probably about 168 horsepower plus 10 dogs. I'm not sure if that gives him an advantage or not, but we'll see how that works out in the end. Maybe give him a high bank set. You speak dog? Speak dog to that car. And what did you say?
I said that that's a lot.
You mean dog power? Yeah. So here he is right on that back bumper, takes an outside look on the high banks. He is wanting to see if he can get the preferred line, but Chris is still holding the inside line, which is going to give him the much better chance of keeping that position as they come up to the bus stop. So we're going to hang on here a little bit and see where we're going. A little bit different view. Side by side, going to the bus stop. Who's going to break first? Oh, pretty much looks like Chris did, and Justin smartly just slips in right behind him and just heads on out and see if he can mount another charge here. So for those who have ever raced Daytona before, you sometimes never want to be in first place coming out of the bus stop because you want to pick up the draft in turn 3 and turn 4 and then be able to pass the guy that's coming out that's in front of you towards the stripe. So we'll see if Justin's just playing around with that. Maybe he's toying with Chris, trying to show him a wheel here and there and make him nervous and seeing how he can get past. And oh, there goes a BMW right by there. I'm pretty sure that's Aaron Nash, Skylar Bragg, and looks like number 1 of Leland Giddens. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with those guys right now.
Oh, it just changed.
It
Skylar
just changed.
and Aaron just switched places. Aaron is in first place and Skylar is in second.
Yep, here these boys go. They are at it. Looks like Aaron said, I have enough fuel. I am out of here, and is checking out from the Motel 8 at this point. Oh, and there goes Leland showing a wheel to Skylar. Skylar's got a much better line. Didn't have to clip it off so much. But these guys are going to drag race it out to the dog leg. And I got to say, I love that paint scheme there from Skylar, from Icon Factory Driver. If you want to say factory or sponsored, I don't know, either one sounds cool. But nonetheless, he's earned that. And he is going to keep that place of second and try to keep on the tail end of Aaron as they go up to the banks. He can use some draft on that one. So another barn burner here between the classes. I don't know which one to talk about. I wish I had split screens and split heads and split everything up. Robert's out. Look at that. You're right. Robert Mason is out. Not sure if that's from the... He's eating donuts waiting for the party at the end. And we do have a little bit of special party. It's not going to be a donut party this week, so we'll get to that at the end of the race. No, not a pretzel party either.
Maybe it's a crash party.
It could be a crash party. All right. So these guys are going tooth and nail. So it looks like Aaron is checked out at this point. He said, I'm out. See y'all later. You can fight for second. Oh no, did you see that move? Yes, it was too much of a move and almost took out the leader, Leland Giddens. I think he forgot where the brake pedal was, but he shot through that bus stop and now he's got to slow down. So in iRacing, whenever you cut the course by too much, you actually get a penalty and have to slow down by how much time you gain by not staying on the track. So he's got a little bit of a slow down.
Wait, 90 points for that.
You got 90 points for messing up? Well, you really must like me.
Messed up.
Yeah, you messed up. That's okay, we'll get in a second. Alright, so these guys are opening up just a little bit there. It looks like Trevor way in the distance here, just coming past pit row in 4th place. Zane's still holding on to 5th. Junie, a solid 6th place, followed by Bradley in the BMW M4. And Robert Blucher, who has still kind of come to terms a little bit with the setup of this car, is in last place from the GT4 class. But I know he's making strides. He's working really hard at trying to get a setup that makes him happy. And when he does, I'm sure he'll be at the front of the pack with the rest of the guys that are out there because he is definitely a fast driver. All right, so how about we check into the Miatas? You want to do that? All right, back with Chris. These guys are still tied together with the string, a rubber band, a piece of rope. Who knows what it is? Maybe a licorice rip. What are these Twizzlers? Man, I tell you what. Oh, Chris makes a little bit of a mistake. Gets a little aggressive on the throttle, and it gives Justin just a little bit of a check. So go ahead, Lexi, take it over.
Well, these two, the string, maybe they're best friends and they're playing tongue twisters.
They could be, but right now I don't know. They are friends, but I don't know if they're friends on the racetrack or not. So, oh, and up into the commentary booth is that a cupcake?
You do not.
Cassie's bringing snacks up to the commentary booth again.
You are not allowed to do that. If you drive and eat, you're gonna crash and hurt yourself.
Yep.
Break an arm or your leg.
That's right. And people, seriously, don't drink and drive. You just might spill your drink. Okay, so back to the race. All right, so Justin Hall's got a draft on the backstretch onto Chris Wells. He's giving him a little peekaboo in his mirrors, not flashing the lights yet, but he's making Chris think about it. Maybe he's trying to get Chris to make a mistake and dive a little bit too hard in there and upset the chassis, but Chris has been driving MX-5s before they were even invented. I think his first dinosaur was an MX-5 that he rode to school way back then in the prehistoric area. So Chris is very well versed with how these things handle. It's going to be interesting to see Chris. 10 laps. The race is half over?
What?
That is crazy. This is just
10
crazy.
plus 10.
I know. This race is going so fast. I don't know how much. I'm talking as fast as I can, people. Oh, and there goes somebody. I don't know who it is. That might have been
He's
Junie.
really fast. 30 looks too.
Yeah, that might have been Junie at that point. I think he's also running the Zane Plumbing Motorsports livery on his
good.
car. Yeah, Junie is good. He's a very fast driver. When he really figures out how this iRacing thing goes and handles, he's going to be a very fast driver. So, all right, so these guys are basically a mirror image of each other once again, and Chris is holding them off. I know Chris is just ecstatic at this point. He's not really driving in the mirrors. He's just driving as fast as he can, and Justin is not driving his mirrors here because it's just these two, once again, just going at it tooth and nail, trying to find out who's going to make the first mistake. Looking at the leaderboard, Michael Cabrera is in third place. So we did get past Andrew Welch. So that's another podium for Michael. Oh no, he gives him a love tap and sends Chris sliding. But I tell you what, look at the sportsmanship. That is absolutely amazing. Justin Hall, number 7, according to iRacing. Yeah, that bump, but he easily could have went ahead, but that was a great display of sportsmanship. Justin, amazing. Man, I don't know what to say. Here's your clap. Okay, so we really appreciate that. I know Chris. Oh no, I think you broke his car. You hit his car. You broke his car, and now it's starting to blink all over the place. Yeah, his car's blinking. Did you see that? Yeah, don't.
He's gone.
He's gone. I know. It's like a magical car.
Whoa,
Oh, maybe
what's
call him the
happening?
Magic Man. The Magic Man from Talladega Nights. Now you see him.
The gas
Now you don't.
Do you see the gas I want him to speed?
Yeah, you mean the smoke from the tires?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's
Let's see.
sweat.
No, it's not sweat. It's tire smoke.
Oh.
That's burning rubber. All right, let's see what's going on the front. We'll check in with Aaron, and let's see. He's still in first place, so we'll see if we get a rear chase view. Oh, he is way out front at this point, and looks like Leland moved into second place.
That's great.
I know, that's crazy. I'm in the pit. I think I crashed. So Judy moved up past me, and Bradley's closing in on 6th place. I think I had a crash coming out of the bus stop. And Leland taking that out of the infield onto the high banks. How about we do a little ride along with Leland? All right, so this is the gyro cam. So it stays straight up and down, and the traction is how much bank Daytona is. So if you've never walked on it, it feels like you're actually riding up a wall, but the banking on Daytona is 31.5 degrees around most of the track, around NASCAR turn 1, 2, 3, and 4, but the oval is a little less than that. So here we're on the bus stop, nice and smooth, as you would expect from me getting back on the gas. I'm not sure why he picked the BMW instead of the Porsche. I'll have to ask him that. So we get a driver view at that. There we go. This is how he sees it. With the sunset coming in. Not a lot of view you got going on there, but you don't really want to see too much because you want to stay focused on what's in front of you. So clicking into sixth gear, coming up into the tri-oval. And the start finish line into the scary turn one because you're going from the banking of high banks into a flat area and a lot of dust and dirt as you just saw in the corner. Makes it a little bit tricky. Some people overcorrect and actually end up in the tires. Some people end up in the wall on the right hand side. All depends. It is a tricky corner for 2 wheels or 4 wheels. Alright, so it looks like he's trying to make up some time on Aaron. Oh, we got some cars off. That's Bob Blucher coming back. Looks like he got hooked up with somebody else. Not really sure what happened right there. Looks like his car's okay. He's going to continue on and see if we can chase down Bradley for 7th place. So Bob was racing the MX-5 last week with the same paint scheme, and now he is in the Cayman 718 GT4 car. How do you like that car?
I like it.
What do you like about it?
It's fire.
It's fire. Bob, you're on fire.
Car's on fire!
All right, let's go through the field a little bit and some front views and check on some people.
That's a happy car.
That's a happy car?
Artie, I'm gonna go high.
Why is it happy?
Because it has a smile on the front.
10-4.
Every car is different. Your car.
So there's Leland and the M4. Justin Hall and the puppy dog powered car. Got a little bit of dents on the puppy dog power there, but he's still cruising right along. I'm sure he's right up on Chris. This is Andrew, and don't know if that is Eric or not, or if that is Obi-Wan Kenobi. 9 to go. This race is cranking.
It should be an hour and 45. It's only 8 now.
Yep. So here's Chris in the Mark Sports Car Club car for the Miata. Andrew Nash in the BMW M4 with the factory livery pit top. Oh, and there's Mason. He is out of the race, but you can see his car in the bottom right-hand corner. And Michael Cabrera, where did he go? There he is. There's Banana Man himself. So he's hanging on to 3rd place. Nice solid podium for him again if he can hang on to it. All right, Judy Thompson. Oh man, he has tore up that car. We don't know what happened, but nonetheless, his sponsor will have to repaint it. He's flashing somebody. He's kind of a flashy guy as it is, but he must be coming up on someone at this point, or he just likes flashing the lights. There's Skylar, an Icon sponsor of BMW. Artie with the Panda. So it looks like he did get together with, I guess it was Bob Blucher that was back there. So he's got the Panda Power Miata. And he's coming out of the pits to rejoin the race. And looks like he'll be about 2 laps down at this point. So sorry about that, Artie. Hope you can get back into this thing. There's Zane. Doesn't look like a lot of damage to his car, but nonetheless fell back from a little bit of spin from that bus stop. I'm still in 6th place. Yeah. Trevor Renson with his green, not yellow, green car. Oh, where did he go?
What happened to him?
Oh, I don't know. There he is. Got some connection problems.
Maybe ghost.
Maybe he's got some ghost internet connection issues. Bob Blucher will show you his car, his paint scheme, in a helmet to match. And Bradley in the white version of the Icon livery for the BMW GT4. All right, so that is your field as they are by the numbers. So Lexi, why don't you give us the 7 to go, run down the leaderboard.
Second, third is Skylar. Fourth, Trevor. Fifth, eighth, Robert. 9, Carl. 10,
There's Chris.
Julie.
Yeah, Justin.
Justin.
Awesome job. Thank you very much for going down the order. Let's get a chance to have a sip of my Tennessee whiskey so I can hopefully keep the jokes and commentary going before I pass out. All right, lights are on. Sun is going down. Temperatures are dropping on the track, which means
7 laps to go.
and 7 laps to go. Oh, there goes Blinky again. Yep, I don't know if that's a distraction or if he's just really scared that Justin is right behind him. Justin got on the brakes a little bit later. Probably take a little bit safer line. Oh, we got some BMWs coming in, so we can catch a number on that one. Might be Aaron. Check on the Leland. You can do that. And there's Leland. Oh, he has really closed down the gap on Aaron. So these factory liveries on the GT4s between Aaron and Leland really paying off. Must be the thing to do. Maybe get an extra 5 horsepower for running the BMW factory scheme. And looks like Leland has got some drafts on Aaron. Took a little bit later line. Aaron defends the inside. Takes a little bit harder braking line in and plays it a little bit safe. And Leland follows suit. Is kind of content, I guess, to sit behind him a little bit. And 6 to go. See, maybe he can roll run out of gas. So we're going to push him a little bit harder and see what he can get Aaron to make a mistake on.
Wait, Robert's still out in donuts and wine.
Yeah, donuts and wine. All right, well, I'm glad you think donuts and wine is disgusting. If there's any moms out there dealing with, being at home with their kids all day, that might sound pretty good for them. So don't hate us. We're just dads. We like beer and donuts. All right.
I love donuts.
Or if you're kids, it's milk and donuts. Yep. Or if you're from
Wait.
Tennessee, it's sweet tea and donuts. All right. What are we going on? So these guys are coming out of the infield onto the high banks. I'm going to check back in with Justin Hall. So they're also coming out of the infield. Just got passed by Skyler. There goes Blinky again.
It's blinking.
Yeah.
He's disappearing.
I know it. Yep, there's the Daytona airport. Once in a while you might catch a glimpse of an airplane
6 to
landing
go.
or taking off in the sim, which is kind of cool. Alright, 6 to go. That means Aaron must have just crossed the finish line at some point. Alright, let's check in. What it looks like from Justin Hall's car. He's just trying to keep it close at this point. Five to go.
He's blinking his lamp.
I know, it's crazy. You've been drinking too. I'm going on my papa. Alright, so he's got a little bit of run on Chris Wells, trying out the strategy, see how it's going to pan out maybe later in the race, or maybe just wants to take first and run away. Oh, but he decides to let off the gas a little bit. Let's Chris back in front. And that turn one's got a big old crease in it. Whoa, Chris comes real close to those tires, almost took himself out. Would not like to see that at this point. We want to see how this thing finishes out towards the end. Let's go ahead and check in with Leland, still on the back of Aaron Nash. These guys are just killing at this point. Their tires must be begging for mercy. They're still not showing a lot of fall off or slipping and sliding around. Race is going pretty fast. You think 20 laps of Daytona, you're thinking, man, I got all day. But it's not really. Hey, kind of cool though. I do have that same mirror and plans with me in my house. All right. Let's check in on some other guys. It is beautiful at night. Daytona sunsets are great. Daytona track at any time of the day is even better.
Well, I don't think any of the ones are moving.
Yep, sure, a lot of campers down there too. A lot of people showed up for our race. That's awesome.
That's a lot of trailers. That's a silly.
Yep. The one thing that the sim absolutely forgot to put in when you race the Daytona road course is at the end of the race, someone is supposed to burn a couch on the infield. I don't know who does it or who they say does it every year, but every time I've been to the 24 hours of Daytona in January, well, as you're leaving, there's a couch burn. I'll
Why
donate.
is there a couch?
That's what I want to know. How about we Google it? See it. Okay.
Can you put it on Google?
No, we just ask Google. Hey Google, why burn a couch at Daytona? Maybe something crazy comes up. We can ask Alexa. Maybe she knows. All right, so there's Justin Hall again, trying the same thing. Catching the drafts, moving alongside Chris Wells. Maybe he's setting him up for a little bit later. Don't know about that. We'll just have to wait and find out. But these guys are not giving in anything and not giving
They've
each other
been
anything.
together for the whole race.
It's almost like they're dating. It's crazy.
Ew, that's so gross.
No, they're cars, not them.
Oh. Oh, so this kind of dating of the
Well, yeah, Justin's
like they
already.
bump each other?
Yeah, Justin's already kissed the bumper of Chris a couple times already. That's why their cars look all crazy. All right, let's check out with Junie. Oh, Junie had a little bit of incident there. He's got some road rash going on, or he's got maybe some of the cars that definitely moved his front bumper 4 laps ago. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So
Yep. Let's see if we can pick up what's going on with Aaron. There's Leland in the background from the back of Aaron's car, catching a little draft, getting a little closer. See what's going to happen for turn 1. Just crossing the stripe. There we go. He's caught up, and it's jam on the brakes. Looks like Leland's going to take a little bit wider line, so maybe do an over/under. That causes Aaron to slow down a little bit, taking a little bit higher line, but he's still holding position, and he's still leading the race coming out of turn 2 and 3. Leland's looking to the inside, going to make a turn. Does he do it? No. Aaron cuts him off and says, "I don't think so, man. This is my line. Get back there."
I have to give up points. I'm going to give up points. There's only 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go, and you haven't given out points. You're slipping. All right, go ahead and give out points.
Everyone passing each other and doing incredibly awesome. That
100 points.
for everyone.
It's a long race. I'm telling you, 100 points is probably pretty good. All right, there goes Aaron past Mr. Panda. What if you do the Panda Dance and pacifier? Who knows? If you ever seen the movie, it's cute, but don't spend time all day on it. Okay, and so here's Aaron Nash into the lead, which we saw some clear here as well. Where he's at, so we can actually check back. Where is just Leland? There we go. So gaps increased just a little bit. See if we can close this out so we come to the bus stop. Oh, definitely closes up on the brakes just a little bit there. Maybe used up a little bit too much tire, but has a really good exit. Oh no, overcorrected. Oh, nice job, Leland. That could have been disastrous. I think he almost pulled his 8 in there, but actually a much better driver, so he didn't crash into the wall after the bus stop. So nice job. We've got some work to do, so go ahead, put the pedal to the metal, and get back on up there and make a race out of this thing. So looking at the track map in the upper right-hand corner, cars are kind of all over the place. And let's see. Kind of chilly.
2 laps to go.
2 laps to go, and it's a little bit chilly tonight. It's like 78, 79 degrees. It's not really chilly, but for racing, and the track temp is pretty low. That's actually pretty good to have temperatures that low. Usually it does get cooler at night. So with the tires, just like in real life in iRacing, you can double stint your tires if this was an actual endurance race. So with the cooler temps, it keeps the tire partners in the compound working a little better. So you only stop for fuel, save time on not saving tires, get back out there with the fast driver and make the time during the night. But this is not an endurance race. We'll probably do some of those a little bit later at the corn off and see what happens. And I'm sure I'm going to need about 4 bottles of bourbon to get through an whole entire race. We're talking at this rate, this speed, and the way these things are going, it is just nuts. All right, so this race here for the PT4s kind of evened out just a little bit. Let's find out what he's going to do. All right, so Blinky Wells is still out front, coming out of the bus stop, going around to the front. So Justin got a little bit of work to do to catch up. So Hopefully he hasn't ruined the arrow on his car too much to slow it down. He can actually get back up to speed, or maybe Chris did have an issue with his car. Looks like he's making up just a tiny bit of ground, but not too much. So let's see what's going to go on when he clamps on those binders. The first corner, he can pick up some space with 2 to go. Tell me what, this is going to be crazy. Just like last week, between the Miatas, it was absolutely nuts going into the last couple laps.
Disappearing again.
He is disappearing again. It's like a James Bond thing. So like a smoke screen, he keeps hitting the disappear button. So Justin's made up that space that he had on the high banks. Goes up to just about maybe half a second.
1 lap to go!
Oh my goodness, I need earplug. Just 1 lap to go. All right. So looking at the track map, up there on the upper right, looks like somebody's coming up on these guys. Oh, there goes Zane Plumley. He's definitely shoving it down the inside of that one, saying, I gotta go catch Junie. I want my spot back. Get out of my way, you little Miatas. Chris was probably like, what was that? Oh, it's just Zane. I'm gonna give him space. He doesn't know how to drive, but maybe I can grab, I'll let him go, and maybe I can grab a little bit of draft and gets to the high banks and figure, nope, not gonna get drafted. So he's still concerned with Justin Hall right in the back of him, figuring out, like, hey man, gotta make something happen. Chris has got his head down. Justin has his head going forward. He just needs.
The dogs are dirty.
The dogs, I know they're dirty. I'm just a snooze on the car. All right, white flag. Where are these guys going? I mean, up on the track map, up at the top, looks like 1 number there between the 8 and the 3. So going into the bus stop, nothing crazy. Oh, Chris gets a little sideways on the back, lighting up his back rotors, which is great about night racing. He is all over that car and is sliding like a slip and slide with a bunch of palm olive dishwashing soap on that back stretch there. But he handles it and keeps it all together. And Justin Hall is pretty much saying, okay, here we go. So here comes the 888 of Bradley. Looks like hopefully they'll stay out of this race, let these guys go. So these guys are just finishing their last lap. So here comes Bradley. Oh, Bradley hits the wall. Oh, thank goodness he didn't take these guys out. Oh, that would have been absolutely crazy to take out both of them, because he would have hit them like a little pinball machine. And both of those guys would have been spinning on the inside, cursing Bradley at this point. So thanks for holding it together, Bradley. So, all right, last lap. Justin has finally taken the lead. All that practice he has. Chris is looking up the inside, jamming on the brakes, and they both go side by side. And Chris jams it right back in there and says, nope, I'm sorry I let you lead. I was just kidding. Here I come. Watch me go. Oh, man.
Checkered flag!
Checkered flag. So we got to look for, let's see, the number 12 car up there. Looks like he is just right behind these guys. Yep, there he is back there. So Aaron Nash did cross the finish line. He did finish the race in first place. He is the winner, followed by Leland and then Skyler, Trevor, and Judy. But we're going to stay on this race right here. This is absolutely crazy. I know Aaron won that thing, looks up by 5 seconds. But this is where the race is at in the MX-5s with these guys. And I know Justin Hall, he is throwing that car all over the place. He's just trying to find out where to make a move, because you never not find out where the car is every 5 seconds. Just going everywhere. And Lexi's grabbing the microphone. She wants to say something.
Can I give the winner?
What winner? Nobody's won this one yet. We're still racing. This is another class. Got 2 classes. All right. So where did Chris go? I think he's good. All right. So where is Chris at?
He's up.
All right. Let's see if we can get a far chase. Oh no, he's lost some time. Where did that have? Probably coming out of the last one. So Justin's got a last-ditch effort to see if he can really jam on the brakes, so really, really late. And he did. He's making up some time, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. But he is in the 2nd position. If he can get a good ride out of here, definitely launch right out of the corner, he might be able to pull this off if he can get a good draft. So let's kind of close, see what we can do with the gap. Every time Chris blinks, I think he goes forward another 20 feet. But always, it's all over the place. It's a superpower. So I don't know. It's going to be close. Who do you think's going to win, Lexi? It's coming down to the wire in 10 seconds.
I think Aaron.
You think Aaron? Aaron did win. We're talking about these 2 cars.
Oh. Sure, the next step.
Yep. Chris is all over the place. He tried to break the draft and did not enough. Chris Wells, winner of the MX5 class. Check him out. That is awesome.
Did you see that the car went flying?
I did see that.
The car went
That was
flying.
great.
Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep, so here we are. So instead of a donut, yep, having a donut party, we got the lights on. It might be a disco party here soon.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yep, somebody launches somebody else in the air. It'll be like a little disco ball. There he goes.
Well, he's out.
Yeah, he is definitely out. All right, so what do you think of that one, Lexi? That was a crazy race, a lot of action, a lot of good racing going on. These guys are really starting to get their craft going. You want to announce the winners? Oh, there's the disco ball. It's 1970 all over again.
Everyone's the disco.
And there and you scored 3 points. It's a field goal, everybody.
He disappeared.
All right, so Lexi, what do you got to do to wrap it up?
I just want to say that last crash when he flew up in the air, that was so high. It was like flying.
All right, we'll pull ourselves together. So thank you very much for joining us for this 20-lap race at Daytona. Always a great race that we have here with the Martin Sports Car Club. Enjoying hosting these or enjoying driving these. I know, Lexi, you have a good time doing this?
I do.
Yep, we do, and we'll keep continuing to do these as long as people want to race. So thank you very much, and congratulations to Aaron, the GT4 winner, and to Chris Wells, his first win in iRacing, especially with the Martin Club with the MX5. So hope to see you guys next week. Tune in as we head into round 3, which I don't know where it is, but I'll post it on the Facebook page for Martin Sport Car Club Group. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great day.
Adios, amigos.